Good morning, the Facebook. As soon as I get situated to do my live this morning, here, I need the people to get it together because I got stuff to talk to y'all about this morning. So let's give them a minute to back it on up and get their lives together. But good morning, happy morning. This is my wet girl look this morning as I prepare to get my life together. We might have to relocate y'all. So let's take it on down to another porch. So those of you who are rolling with me know that I am in my mama's house. I'm back home in Philadelphia. I'm in Pottstown, which is ain't right outside of Philadelphia, but it's not far from Philadelphia. So I'm excited to be in the place to be at my mama house. Sterling and I made it. You can see my baby. I put Sterling on the road. We did the dang thing. Drove all these long, multiple hours from Georgia all the way to Philadelphia. So I'm excited to actually be here. Hopefully we'll get some better lighting. Bang. There we go. Bang, bang. So, all right, cool. We're in a better situation this morning. Moved to the other porch because they're doing some renovations or doing something. They're doing something. So let's let them do something. But good morning. Happy Tuesday to all my party people this morning. So we'll give folks a moment to come on in into this conversation. So if you are hanging out with me this morning, say good morning. Shout out where you're from. Y'all know, like I said, I'm from Philly, and I just drove my happy butt all the way from Atlanta all the way down here up here to Philadelphia. So I want to dialogue and have a conversation this morning, and I wish that there was a way that I could simultaneously broadcast this between here and IG, but mobile ain't gonna let me do that right now. So, but it's really because I've been having this conversation with my best friend and some other interesting people about communication, right? About actually communicating and communicating effectively. And I think that a lot of people, realistically, I think a lot of people just be talking. I think a lot of people just be saying stuff, and they just be saying stuff out their mouth. And I think that they really genuinely think that just because you open your mouth and say stuff, that's communicating. That is actually an effective communication. And that's a lie. That is incorrect. That's not true. And so good morning. Make sure that you say good morning as you jump in. Tag a friend because I want to have this conversation. I really want to have this conversation basically about communication. So get your people on the line and let's talk about it, right? Because here's what happens. Here is the general misunderstanding that goes down with communication is that folks think because I'm verbalizing, because I'm using the octaves in my voice, my vocal capacities, that therefore I am thus communicating, right? Because the act of speaking is actually communicating, right? That's what people think. I'm talking to you, right? We talking right now. But here's the thing. Have you ever had, if you have to ask yourself this, have you ever talked to somebody and felt like they were talking at you? Like aggressively, boom, boom, boom. They're talking at you, not to you. Have you ever felt like that? Like I'm talking at you, not to you. That's how you know that there's a huge difference in actual communication. Most people assume that just by way of me exchanging words with you or talking to you, saying something to you, they think that that's communicating. Here's the difference. Communication, right, as a writer, as an editor, right, when I explain this to people, there's a huge difference between you expressing yourself, you just talking, and actually communicating something that is effective, right? Communication has a purpose. It is intentional. It is specific. I am communicating with you with common terms, common language, common understanding, with the hopes of getting valuable information to you. Right? That's communication. There is an intended desire to connect with another person, to share information, to share valuable things, whatever it is, right? There's a sole purpose engaged or involved when it comes to communicating. What communicating is not is you just saying ish, okay? That is not communication. And so I tell you, this happened to me recently. I guess they thought they was communicating with me, and I asked them a question, and they said, "Yeah, hot boy summer," and I said, "What does that mean?" Right? Like I know what hot girl summer is, and I think I understand the concept behind a hot boy summer. But I'm like, well, what does that mean? You out here cutting up, and he says, "Oh, I ain't trying to hurt nobody." Here's the thing. I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know what any of that means. I have no idea what that means. There is no meaning. There is no general understanding behind it. Right? It doesn't exist. I used to say this about my cousin. Actually, about an ex of mine too, that I always felt like I was speaking Spanish and they were speaking French. So I never would get into arguments with my cousin. Good morning, good morning. I would never get into deep debates with her or even with my ex because I always felt like I could be explaining and explaining. I'm breaking it down. No, because when you did this, this is how I felt. I said this and this was your response. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This is what took place. This is how I feel. I am like laying it out here. Here's all of my emotional response. Here's everything that I'm feeling in this situation. Here's what I got. Boom, boom. And I'm giving it, giving it, giving it. And they would be like, and I mind you, I'm A, B, C. They like, yeah, but 11, 26, 15, and 4. What? What? I don't, did you, okay. You hurt my feelings when you didn't acknowledge my birthday, right? Let's say. And then the response might be like, yeah, but Christmas is coming. Or like, yeah, but it was just a Friday. What does that even mean, bruh? What does that even mean? So I'm telling you, y'all, in this day and age, you have to be mindful of people who cannot communicate. Get the hell out of Dodge, okay? If you are in relationship, and I mean personal relationship, business relationships, get your ass out of Dodge. If you talking to somebody and you are as thorough, as in-depth, as completely detailed as possible, you got all your facts and statistics, here's what happens on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you giving them the rundown and they say, do you like French toast? Bro, what? What? Yo, I promise you, and this is my vice. This is the death to me in my dating life, right? Because I am that person that seeks understanding. I am a person who is a good communicator. So I struggle with this because I'm asking hella questions, and people be like, you really want to know a lot. No, I want to understand. I want to understand what it is that's going on in your mental space. I want to understand what you're contributing to my mental space. Good morning, Booba. Good morning. I need knowledge and understanding. And people struggle with those things. They do. Don't you be one of those people. Don't you be one of those people. You have to be intentional in the way that you communicate, in the answers that you give, with how you are relaying information, right? I see this all the time. All the time in writing, all of the time. This is the biggest issue. Like, I won't say the biggest, but it is a monumental issue when it comes to people writing books. It's a massive concern. People are writing because they want to express themselves, right? I want to tell you my story. I want to give you the rundown on what I experienced, on what I've been through. So it becomes a very selfish way of relaying information because all that matters is that they got to get something out. I, as the writer, have to give this information to you, right? That is essentially self-expression. That's not communication, right? That's not you communicating. In communication, you are identifying a target. There is someone who you have to communicate to. It's an exchange. So you're not communicating if all you're doing is breaking down whatever happened to you. Right? You've relayed no valuable information. You've made no connection with your audience. You've given them nothing that has helped their life. You've given them nothing but what happened to you. And I give this equation all the time when I teach this concept between self-expression and communication. And I asked the question, and I'll ask it to those of you who are hanging out with me this morning, those of you who catch it on the replay. If I tell you, you were standing there having a conversation, I just walk up in the middle of your conversation and I say randomly, yeah, I like Walmart. Boy, I like going to Walmart at the nighttime. Nobody is going to give a damn. Nobody in that conversation is going to care. Nobody standing around me is going to care. They're going to be like, what in the hell is sis talking about? Why did she just randomly come out with this whack information? Who cares that you just like going to Walmart? Like, what difference does that make? No, that's not it. The issue is, or what happens is, instead of saying, oh, I like just going to Walmart at night, I can give you valuable information, right? And if I know my target audience, if I know who I'm speaking to, then I'm going to communicate something that's valuable to you. I'm going to share something with you. Hey, you know what? If I'm talking to single moms who are going through stuff, trying to figure things out, you know what? Somebody said, I think sis has a mental issue, right? But if I know my target audience and there's a group of women having a conversation, and as a single mom, I slide in and say, you know what would make your life easier? Listen, Walmart closes at 11 o'clock. If you get in there around 10:30 when they're doing a change of shift, or, it's a 24-hour Walmart where I was, right? If you get in there right at the change of shift, they're doing all the restocks. The store is pretty empty. Nobody's in there but the workers, and you'll get all fresh everything. So if you go to Walmart, put the kids down, duck out for like a quick 20-minute run, get to Walmart, you can get everything you need. Like, store is super empty. Everything is fresh because they just, restocked everything. I promise you to make your life a whole lot easier, sis. Might give you, you'll be up a little bit later, but I promise you'll get everything that you need to get done. All your shopping to be done for the week. You can get it done at Walmart in a half an hour if you go on a late night. That's a huge difference in me saying to you, yeah, I like Walmart. I like Walmart at the nighttime. I don't think I give a damn. I don't think that anybody in their right mind gives any kind of a good goddamn when it comes to that at all whatsoever. So you got to be careful. You got to be absolutely, positively, absolutely, intentionally careful. People just be talking, y'all. People just be talking, and I'm not trying to bash the brothers. I ain't trying to bash the brothers or nothing, but boy, these men out here just be talking. They just be talking, and you be like, what the hell are you even talking about? And that just reminds me of writing. It reminds me of what I see in these manuscripts when people just be talking, and they just be going, and then this happened to me, and then that happened to me, and then I went over here, and then I lost this job, and then I got me a new job, then I moved in with my sister, and next thing I know, I was living in the basement. And then you're like, what the hell does any of this have to do with anything? Are we getting to a point? Is there something that you're taking me to? Am I seeing you come through this process and become a better person? What are you actually saying? What the hell are you saying? Please illuminate me. Bring the light. Share. Light this thing up. Make it plain. Put the pathways out. Put the little things on there to delete, like light the way. Whatever. Show me, because that type of vagueness, this is why I say to people, you cannot just talk a book. You can't just talk a book. It's because, first of all, in order to talk a book, you have to know how to communicate. You can't just be talking to be talking. You cannot. I have a very wealthy client who hates my guts, y'all. The man loved me to life and hates my guts all at the same time because I tear his stuff up. Like, this manuscript I got from him was just talking. Brilliant man. But his ass was just talking. He was just going for, like, I don't even know, for 150 something pages he was going. It was just, and then what you got to do next is, and I got that daggone manuscript and ripped it into a third. It was a third of the size of it was when it came to my desk. And he was like, Sheree, what? You don't like me or something? Is this personal? I said, bro, it's not personal. It's not personal. This is not my attack against you. I got no beef with you. This is me doing my job, right? You hired me as an editor to do a job, and I'm looking at what you talking about, and you ain't talking about nothing, sir. You ain't talking about nothing. We got 100 pages of nothing. And the problem is, and I'm thankful, he's thankful, that they paid me to do those things. But the reality of it is, there's a lot of people with books out here who don't have a person to be like, what are you doing? What are you talking about, bruh? Sis, why in the hell is this story way over here? What the heck is the point? Good morning. Oh, look who's here. Y'all ain't seen that face in a long time. That was my ladybug. Say good morning. I've been reunited with the ladybug. They've been gone from me. Ooh, they've been gone from me for almost half the summer. So I finally get my children back. So good morning. Good morning. Yeah, this is my ladybug. Oh, don't squeeze me too tight. Too tight. Oh shit, so tight, so tight. But there's a lot of people out here in the world who do not have a person. They don't have a person to really, okay, baby, be careful, to really challenge them in that space. And I think it's because sometimes, like, we don't be paying attention. You know, your friends be talking sometimes. You just be like, yeah, girl, yeah, okay. They're you just do that. You just being a friend. You just listening to your friend talk. This is the thing. As an editor, as a writing coach, I like you. I genuinely do when I work with my clients. But I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend at all. I'm not here to stroke your ego. I'm not here to make you feel good about yourself. Well, I do. I want to encourage you in certain capacities so that you do feel good about yourself. But it's not my job to inflate your ego. That's not it, right? My job is to make sure that what you put out there don't look crazy. I remember working with Dr. Freddie Haynes in Dallas, and I love me some Dr. Haynes, okay? And Dr. Haynes is a man of nonviolence, very much like my mama. Very much like, you know, he's going to march, he's going to protest. He's a man of God. He's not about no violence. Let me tell you how much I love Dr. Haynes. I will fight you for Dr. Haynes, okay? If you get in his way, I'm going to punch you. That's how I feel about Dr. Haynes. That's how much I love this man, because he's just brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. So I will protect him. I will go to jail for Dr. Haynes. If it popped off, you got to take one. So I love this man. And I'm working on a project with Dr. Haynes, and I'm tearing his stuff apart, right? He's not the other person I just referenced, just so y'all know, right? So, but Dr. Haynes, I'm working on this project with Dr. Haynes, and I'm starting to feel bad, right? I feel this guilt because I am like, we got to move this, we got to change this. I'm like, oh, he's going to be like, Sheree, what the heck, right? You're killing me, sis, you're killing me. But I got to do what I came to do. And I said, man, Dr. Haynes, I'm so sorry for being like so picky about what you got going on. And the man said to me, Sheree, I pay you for your picky. I pay you for your picky. I pay you for your picky so I don't be out here looking stupid. Pick. Do what you do, right? Help make sure that I put my best foot forward out here. I'm going to publish this book. I want this book to help people, so I need your picky. I pay for the picky. Pick away, do what you came to do, and make sure that my thing do what it's supposed to do. I got you. I got you, Dr. Haynes. So I do the daggone thing, and I say that to you to say, that's a part of being intellectually sound. That's a part of knowing how to communicate well, and it's out here. Poor communication is out here. There are not people who submit themselves or subject themselves to the process like Dr. Haynes did, who was open and willing to be like, you know what, I don't know it all. Maybe there are some other things that I do need to understand or learn in this process. Yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you should understand that in writing a book that there are things and parts of it that you have to understand. You have to get some help and support to understand. Yes? Can you she about to, it was like, see, I know my kid. She got a lot processing right now, and she about to lay it all out. Mom, this, and this, that, and this, and if she give me 2 minutes, she can have my undivided attention. So, saying all this to say, practice good communication in your day-to-day. Make sure that when you are talking to people that you're not talking at people, right? When you are sharing or you feel the need to share some information, that there's a purpose tied to it, right? That you're just not talking to fill space. My mom used to say to me when I was young, I was a talker. She used to say to me, it's okay to be quiet. It's okay to be quiet. It's cool. Shh. Got it. Not a problem, Mom. It's okay to be quiet. Same thing. If you just feel like you got to fill empty space, shut up. Just shut up. You don't have to be saying something all the time. Be quiet and observe. Pay attention to what other people are saying. If you don't have something value to contribute to the conversation, if it's not helpful, if it's not going to enlighten, illuminate, bring something to somebody else, then what are you adding it for? Just so you feel like you can say something. Just because I got to say something. I met a girl a couple weeks ago who said that. She said, I felt like I had to say something. I said, I felt like you finna be single. That's what it felt like, because you can't shut up. You you don't know how to be quiet. You just gotta just be quiet sometimes. So if you're not properly communicating, just be quiet and be an observer, right? If you've got nothing to add to the conversation, if you're not joining part in this somehow to help somebody else, I just need y'all to just, okay, meditate on that. Let that soak in your spirit. Do what you need to do, but make sure the next time you open your mouth that you are communicating with people effectively. Okay? So that's it. That's all I got for you this morning. Thank God for this light breeze. It's a little warm in the inner porch, but they was making too much noise that way. So I'm going to thank God for this breeze this morning. I thank God for you all. I hope that you have an amazing and blessed day. And I will catch up with y'all again real soon. But make sure that you are communicating effectively with the people. All right, gang? Be blessed, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.